is Caprice Smith on Women Uncuffed TV on the Women Broadcast Television Network. I am super excited because I get to bring you a woman who is just hailed by so many because she's so giving and humble at the same time. So I want you guys to pay attention to some of her challenges, some of her wins, but more importantly, her drive. She's going to motivate you to do what you need to do. And as always, we are bringing you women uncuffed, women following their passion. So this woman in particular is Dr. Chantelle Teasdell, and her website is www.metrophenomenalwomen.com. So if you'd like to honor someone, if you yourself want to participate in some of her upcoming events for male, female, teen, young adult, older adult, I invite you to check her out. She's all over social media and she does this all the time, all the way from DMV, way to Atlanta, New York, and beyond. So don't miss it. We want you guys to be recognized for your hard work, and she's just the woman to do it. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Every woman wants financial freedom to be successful and to live the good life. Financial freedom is the truest form of freedom, and it only comes if you start believing in yourself. This is the core message of Miss Corporate America Ambassador 2015 and Uncuffed living expert Caprice Smith. Caprice Smith is a proven business mentor, motivational speaker, and life coach. She will skillfully teach you how to uncuff your life by using your business and management experience to establish your own organization. This award-winning business and life coach has helped hundreds of women set up their own businesses over the years and will help you start your business venture today and prove your life skills to the world. It's time to face your fears and overcome in order for you to secure an amazing future ahead. To uncuff your life today, visit her website.
Welcome to Women Uncuffed, where we are bringing you the undeniable, unforgettable, unusual, unapologetic Women Uncuffed. I have the honor and privilege of interviewing the woman, the queen herself, the woman that brings so much light to the DMV, shining the spotlight on all of these amazing people. I feel special to have you here today and get the up close and personal about how you are a phenomenal woman. Dr. Chantelle Teasdell, she's founded many organizations that have just shined the spotlight in our area, and I'm very privileged to have her here today. So I welcome you. Welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. I'm glad to have you here. So tell the audience, what drove you to start your organization?
Well, it was a vision from God. I said I wanted to start doing something to really set a platform for us to pause and actually recognize and honor not just the underprivileged or women that are in need, but those women that are actually out here every day grinding. So I wanted an opportunity to just pause and just make it their day.
Awesome.
Let them be honored, and that's how it all got started. I said, okay, God, are you sure I'm the one for this task? But I've enjoyed the ride. I've enjoyed the journey. I don't regret it, and I love every penny that's spent on it.
We're going to talk about some pennies in a minute.
All
you can
right.
keep that. You're going to know. Weekly, we are going to impact your life until you are uncuffed. Trust me, I'm dedicated to it. So I'd like to talk a little bit right now about what motivated. I know you got a calling from God. We always get messages and signs about our purpose and what we should be doing. We don't always listen.
Right.
So what was that moment for you that made you stop and pay attention?
Well, I think it was I had the time. You know, a lot of times we don't do things because we don't have the time. But at the time, we were doing a lot of consulting, a lot of subcontracting, and it was just the right time. I had just finished a large assignment for a client, and was, kind of on my break when I thought it was in the summer vacation, getting the kids ready to go back to school, and this is when God gave this to me. And so I had time to really do the groundwork. And so I think because I had the time
Mm-hmm.
and I jumped right up on it right then, I didn't mind doing it. But if I was busy going to a 9 to 5 and said, I'll get to it later, I probably may not have done it.
Now you have time. You have a family. You have a husband. You have kids. Now wait a minute. And you have time to do not one phenomenal, but like 5 different. Now tell me about that. I need to know more about your timing.
Well, when I say I have time, my mind wasn't focused on the priority of a 9 to 5 at that time.
Excellent.
And I don't consider my husband or my kids a job or a task. That's a part of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm doing things for them, I do it with ease. I'm not stressed. It's easy. That's kind of my relaxation, really.
Awesome.
Doing things for them. So this Metro Phenomenal Women, which was the first give back that we did out of the 6 that I named, it became my 9 to 5.
Okay.
Which ended up, it's not 9 to 5.
Oh, yeah.
It's 9.
It's 12 noon to 12 midnight. 12, 4 a.m. Yes,
but
I
that
understand.
became my full-time job.
Excellent.
Because, putting any event, a new project, and a new endeavor together, it's full-time.
Oh, it has its challenges. Yes.
It does. But it's all love and enjoyable.
Love it, love it. You're tuned into Women Uncuffed, and we'll be right back. You're going to fall in love with Dr. Teasdell, just like we all have. Women Uncuffed. We'll I am the uncuffed living expert, and I'm able to bring you amazing episodes week after week, month after month, for one of 2 reasons. The second being, I have amazing sponsors. We're standing at Puff and Quill Smokery. It is the hottest upscale cigar lounge in the DMV, and we are so appreciative that they've opened their doors and allowed us to come in. Thank you, Puff and Quill family. I invite you to visit them at puffandquill.com and look forward to many more amazing networking opportunities or just chances to come, connect, unwind, and engage.
My website is www.millenniumbusinessadvisors.com. You can also find us on all the social medias. At Facebook, you can find us at Millennium Business Advisors, as well as Metro Phenomenal Women, as well as Metro Distinguished Men. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter under those same handles.
Welcome back. You're tuned into Women Uncuffed, only on the Women Broadcast Television Network. This is Caprice Smith, of course, the uncuffed living expert, and I'm just having a ball here. Anytime I get to hang out with amazing women, I get excited. So welcome back. Now, before we took a break, we were talking about starting up things, and when it's your calling, it works, it matches.
It does.
But we also touched on, especially off screen, about how it's not always supported initially.
Yes.
And even during the long haul.
Yes.
So can you talk to maybe someone who is a little afraid about following their calling? They don't know what to expect. Can you tell them what to expect and maybe some challenges you faced?
Absolutely. Well, number one is rejection.
Mm-hmm.
Even reaching out, you would think that because you're going to honor a person, they don't have to pay to come to the event, they're going to get some type of reward, they're going to get a meal. You would think that, hey, this is easy street, people are going to respond right back. That's not the case many, many times, especially for the very first one. We did the inaugural kickoff for when we honored 100 women in D.C. last year.
Mm-hmm.
We probably heard back from 15 of the 100 women the week of the event.
Oh, wow.
And that becomes frustrating, and that trickles down because that means even my assistants and even the the graphic designer, I'm living uncuffed, and I'm also living unpaid. I have not had a paycheck ever since about 16 months. And it was at that same point, as I said, you remember earlier in this segment, I mentioned that I was just finishing a large work contractual assignment for a client. And so I had the time because I did not have a full-time 9 to 5 at that time. So, 9 to 5, you don't have a paycheck. And I have been so engrossed and working so hard with these give back programs that I have not had a paycheck this entire time. I have lived solely off of sewing. And my growth has been from my sewing, of people just offering and patronizing me. So I do thank God for a hard-working executive husband.
The highly anticipated Miss and Mrs. Corporate America pageant is right around the corner, and you can be part of the 10th annual competition that empowers professional women. We invite Miss, Mrs., and teen contestants to apply for this opportunity to build lifelong friendships, participate in speaking and networking opportunities, receive national exposure and visibility for your business, and promote your own personal community platform. This is the chance to be seen and heard by thousands of key business leaders and influencers. To become a contestant of the 2017 Miss and Mrs. Corporate America pageant, contact us at 855-622-2769 or email us at info@mscorporateamerica.com. Deadline to apply is January 1st. We'll see you March 2nd through the 4th in Orlando, Florida.
You know, it was a lot of challenges when you're trying to bring 100 women together. And I must put this disclaimer out here. Most of the women that I've honored, I've probably only known before the event 5%. In Atlanta, I knew 0%. But the very first event, to have an event that was sold out, that we sold an additional 34 tickets at the door that Saturday. And I am proud because I think I proved a point to my kids. Don't we love to prove a point to our kids? My kids was like, Mommy, we don't think people are going to come. We don't think this is really going to work. And I'm so honored to say that my kids, my husband and I had to get up and give our seats to 4 of the guests in order for them to have a seat. It was standing room only. And my kids were like in awe, like, wow. They couldn't believe it. It was like reality right before their eyes. And I was proud of that because that was just a lesson to show your child, and you know, we have to train them early that all things are possible. You just have to work at it.
To improve on something. The reason why it's so important to complete the self-work is because if you don't, it's going to keep showing up again and again and again, even in your businesses. So this weekend, I want you to really spend some time on really itemizing your goals and your dreams. Prioritize them. What's really, really important and what can wait a minute. Then I want you to think about what have you put on the back burner that needs to come to the front. What are you pushing behind so far because you don't want to confront it and deal with it that you've forgotten it's there. Go back, revisit it, pull it to the front and deal with it. And then the other piece of completing the self-work is completing the self-work. If you need to go see a counselor, go see one. If you need to hire a professional mentor, hire one. If you need a business coach, I am available. If you need to live uncuffed, let's rock. Tomorrow is not promised to anyone. You guys know this, but you keep on as if you have 1,000 years left. I love to live forever, but it may not happen for all of us. Okay? I want you guys to live uncuffed starting today, and one big piece of that is completing the self-work. Until next time, remember, if you're not living uncuffed, you're just not living, and your clients will know. Visit capricesmith.com to follow me on all of my social media. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Dr. Chantelle Teasdell, the Metro phenomenal woman herself, founder, president, CEO, and everything in between. She has been celebrating us all. We love and adore her, and you have just heard why. She's bringing these amazing events. She's feeding hundreds of people at one time and say, hey, we honor you. And the child ain't got a real job, y'all. She's not even working. So that's proof that you could live out your fullest dreams. Follow every imagination and make it happen. She said she did it by sewing. See how God works? Dr. Teasdell, I want you to tell them one thing that's going to change their life forever, right now, this moment.
My one thing is follow your dream. Don't let money cause your dream not to come true. You can do anything that you want to do as long as you put your mind to it.
Amen. We just went to church, y'all. We'll be right back.
As always, I promise to bring you the best of the best. We're going to talk about all of the things you were told not to talk about, and we're going to talk about them loudly so that we can all live uncuffed. I'm not stopping until I've uncuffed a whole nation of women. If you'd like to be a guest, or if you'd like to sponsor our show, or just stop through and say hello and share how you're living uncuffed, feel free to do so. Go to womenuncuffed.com and follow me on everything Caprice Lives Uncuffed.
From your book.
So in my book, I walk through the process of healing. And I also dispel some myths on purity, some myths on modesty that too much of the church culture just thinks of as closed lips and long headlines. And really, purity and modesty are much more than that. And then my favorite chapter, The Road to Restoration, I walk through the keys to forgiveness. And it's very important when we talk about restoration, whether it's from a sexual perspective, whether it was something that you willingly chose to do sexually, or something that happened to you that was of a violent nature. There are areas of forgiveness that we need to walk through, and there's 3 key areas there. And so I go into those 3 key areas and walk you through some prayers that you can pray, whether it's alone or with a mentor, that you can walk through these keys to.
Join in weekly as this life and business coach, author, and mentor shares practical tools that will help you change your thinking and change your life. In her latest novel, Uncuffed Behind My Smile, Caprice tells her own gripping story of survival and triumph. Those life experiences led this 20-year police detective to start her own organization to combat domestic violence and teach families about their inner power. Her unique engagement style helps all, especially women, to find their voices as they discover and pursue their purpose. A highly sought-after motivational speaker and people enthusiast, listen now as Caprice Smith shares techniques for how you too can live your life uncuffed.